Hello, folks. This is Money, Motivation, and Mike, also known as MX3.VIP. And we are just a couple of days away, Jason, from Super Bowl 60. Now, first thing that hits me when it comes to Super Bowl 60 is that it's now been 30 years since the Dallas freaking Cowboys were in the Super Bowl. Jason, how do you go from going to 8 of the first 30 Super Bowls, and you played in the NFC Championship game 15 times to go to the first 30 Super Bowls and won 8 of those? And then over the last 50% of the Super Bowls, 30 years, you hadn't even played in an NFC Championship game.
Let me tell you why.
I've got 2 words, but go ahead.
A first and last name?
Yes. And the first and last name starts with the same letter.
Jerry Jones.
Jerry Jones.
There you go.
Yeah, you know anything about him?
Unfortunately, too much.
Jerry, here's the deal. Do us all a favor so that we can deal a little bit better with the fact that you don't know what you're doing, as your history proves it. Just come out and say, I own the team. I'm going to do what I want to do. It don't matter if I know anything about football operations or not. I'm making money and I'm going to be in charge. Just come out and say that. And at least we know that you're not insane, that you realize that you probably can't do it, but you own the team and you're going to do it your way. Just come out and say that. You don't give a flip if we succeed or fail. You want to win, but I'm going to do it my way. And my way's not working, and I don't care because I own the team and I write the checks. Just come out and say that. Jason, I would respect him more if he'd just come out and say that.
Yeah.
Because he still puts on the fraud that he lets everybody know. He's just a player away, baby. I mean, it's a process. We are so close.
Yeah.
Still wants to, and this is his words, retire and die with the most Super Bowls by an owner. That's a fraudulent comment in itself. Hey, before we get into that, I heard an interesting fact. The year 1994, Jason, 1 year before the Cowboys' last Super Bowl appearance. This is Super Bowl 60, Super Bowl week. And we're going to give our picks here for this end of the episode. Are you familiar with the show Shawshank Redemption?
Yeah, yeah.
What do you rank it?
I'd put it in my top 25. I mean, it's a great show, but top 25 for myself.
Oh, you're killing me.
Yeah.
No. Okay, Jason, you're way, way, way in the minority on this. Don't even talk to me for the rest of the show.
I think it's way up there on one of those top AS whatever.
It's way up there on a lot of people's list,
I agree,
Jason.
I agree.
Hey, just keep the record button going and take a break.
Hey, all right.
Well, this is the interesting comment. 1994, Shawshank Redemption. I have seen it in a lot of top 5 lists. And only because I'm partial to the Caddyshacks and Animal Houses and Fast Times at Ridgemont High, and for sure, Godfather 1 and 2, would I not put it in my top 5. But when you go break it down, it's probably a top 5 show. And just to show I'm going to go friendly today and not just totally bash on you for that inappropriate top 25 comment you made, I'm going to say top 10. All right?
Okay. All right.
We're gonna agree on top 10. That way we can sneak the Jaws and the Star Wars and things like that in there as well.
Yeah, if we have to.
Shawshank Redemption. This is what's interesting about this fact. Shawshank Redemption was nominated for 7 Oscars in 1994. Now, I've already told you how big it is on my list. I figured that, I never thought about it, but when you think about it, you would figure they would dominate the awards. Would you not?
I would think so.
Did not win an Oscar
Who was the competition?
in 1994. Forrest Gump.
Tough year.
That's right. As a matter of fact, the highest grossing film of 1994 was The Lion King. Now, more on the animation side.
Still, yeah.
Yeah. But would you believe that The Lion King outperformed Forrest Gump?
A lot of kids watch it, and a lot of adults had to watch it because of the kids.
Is it going to be on your Friday night list like at 7 o'clock? Not going to do it?
No. I hadn't even watched the new live action one yet.
When your daughter was born, did you hold her up in the air like they did?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Doesn't every parent?
They have since 1994.
Yeah, that's right.
So, Shawshank Redemption snubbed at the Oscars because of Tom Hanks and that Forrest Gump thing. Hey,
because Tom Hanks has a bigger name.
Boy,
in 94.
He probably did. He's coming out of that Booze and Buddies show and things like that. But it's hard to beat that crew for Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, I'm going to let it go. I was just blown away when I heard that fact that they did not win anything. 0, snubbed.
Yeah, you would have thought they got at least something.
Over at Forrest Gump, dude. Yeah, too much Bubba Gump shrimp involved in that deal. So that's what it was, Jason. Bubba Gump shrimp are prison food that has worms in it. Remember that? They take the worms out and feed them to the birds.
Ah, yes.
So I think it was a food thing. Yeah, that's what it was. All right, moving right along here. Let me ask you a question. What does it actually cost to go to the Super Bowl this year?
Whatever it is, it's too much, so I don't even look.
Okay. Well, let me tell you this. I was fortunate enough in 1993 to actually get to go to the Super Bowl, and I paid face value that day.
Scraped all the coins from the furniture and all that, and seat cushions,
and borrowed some money. And true story. Me and my buddy, we drove to Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah.
And we took his mom's Texaco card so we could buy gas.
Gotcha. So you really were scraping it together.
And due to his late great parents no longer being with us, I will now confess that we took that Texaco card inside and got us chips and Cokes. That's how we ate.
How dare you?
That's just the way it went.
How dare you?
Yes. Yeah. No, we were broke before we left. Yeah.
Is it staying on the side of the road pedaling for some extra coins?
As a matter of fact, we could not leave till like 7 o'clock at night on Friday night because my buddy needed the hours at his workplace. He couldn't take off at noon. He needed those 7 hours on his next week's paycheck.
Yeah, I understand.
He had a Texaco card to pay back. True story. We're going down the highway on fumes, coming back, driving through Louisiana.
Ooh.
Trying to find a Texaco.
Because it had to be Texaco.
Oh, we didn't have an Exxon card.
Didn't have that GPS look up the next Texaco, did you?
Oh, man, I had that map out. I was working that thing like you wouldn't believe.
Wow.
We were, we didn't have a phone either.
I'm sorry, where was it? What city was this? You were
Atlanta.
Oh, yeah.
Atlanta, GA.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Super Bowl ticket, I paid $175.
Wow.
Yes.
That's cheap.
Won the lottery. Bought it from the Dallas Cowboys. We got 2 of them, me and my buddy. And before I got to the car, I was offered $750 a piece.
Yeah.
Now, there wasn't no way in the world I was going to take it, even though I needed it. On Sunday morning in Atlanta, Georgia, we were offered $1,500 a piece. This is January 1994, the 93 football season. Now, what do you think it costs for you to get into right now, Jason?
I would expect somewhere 5,000 plus.
Right now, if you want to get in, $8,000 to $10,000. Now that's to get in the arena, to get in the stadium. You're gonna be setting up.
That doesn't guarantee you a seat, huh?
Well, it guarantees you a seat. You may not like the seat. Yeah. It's gonna be on up there.
Yeah.
Now you want to sit down the lower bow? 10, 20 grand. And here's the other bad thing about it. The corporations own all the lower bow stuff. They go in there. I mean, the Super Bowl is no longer, this is one of the negatives of the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is no longer for common Joe fan.
Yeah.
The common fan of the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks can no longer go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. You got to know somebody to get part of those tickets, part of those allotment for that company.
I know. Now, moving back here on these Super Bowl tickets, that first year that the Chiefs went to the Super Bowl, I believe it was down in Miami, and they had not been to the Super Bowl in 50 years. They were at Super Bowl I and Super Bowl IV. Had not been to the Super Bowl in 50 years. Okay. And these were long-time Chief fans. So the man was going, his wife was going, his sister was going, and I don't know if it was her husband or somebody else was going, but I remember the story. 4 tickets. They literally cleaned out their life savings, Jason. They paid $30,000 for 4 tickets to go watch a football game.
Yeah, probably not the smartest thing for most people.
But that's the loyalty and the craziness of sports.
You only live once.
You only live once. That's why I didn't take that $750 in January of 1994.
At $1,500 when you got there, huh?
$175 is what it cost.
Yeah.
$175. And when we won the lottery, so you win the lottery early on in the playoffs. So you don't go pay for it that day because you don't know if your team's going to make the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So when we beat the San Francisco 49ers at home, it was a lot of rejoicing and a lot of sweating because I didn't know where I was going to get that 175.
Yeah. Panic set in. Where am I going to get that?
Yes. It was a long ride home that night because you had to buy the ticket. I think it was like the next day. We had to be in the parking lot at the ticket booth out there at Old Cowboy Texas Stadium.
Yeah, in Irvin.
Yeah, out there in Irving.
Yes.
Yeah. Michael Irvin played in Irving, Texas. Al Michaels. He always butchered that on Monday Night Football. Really did. Here we go. $8,000 to $12,000. And if you want to sit down there low, just know there'll be people paying $50,000 to get in this game.
Wow.
Most expensive Super Bowl ticket ever sold for one seat to watch a football game.
Yeah.
What do you think?
No.
How much?
I have no idea.
$120,000.
No, sir. You can buy a house for that.
I wouldn't pay $120,000 if they'd let me play.
No.
Well, then I'd have a lot of medical bills after it was over with.
For sure.
$120,000 is what you're going to go.
No.
All right. 70,000 seats, millions of dollars in tickets. What do you think about that? See, that's why all games should be at the Rose Bowl, the Michigan Wolverine College Stadium, 100,000 plus.
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, when I went to that game, the original Super Bowls were at the LA Coliseum because it was huge. And frankly, the first Super Bowl didn't even sell out.
Any NFL stadiums that have 100,000?
No.
Yeah, they're usually 70 to 90.
Yeah. I mean, Cowboy Stadium's like 85 now.
Yeah.
That's
a big stadium.
And that's way up there.
Yeah.
They just don't do that because it's all economics and it's all money.
Hey, supply and demand. Lesser
That's
seats, the
exactly
more you can
right.
get per seat.
Yes. So I build 85,000 seats and I only can get $5.
Yeah.
But if I only build 72,000 seats, I can get $12.50. So by building just 10,000 seats less,
yeah,
I can get twice the money.
Also depends on which teams are going.
Well, it does, but it's still the Super Bowl. And here's the thing. They've got those, the NFL has all of those corporate sponsors, and they're going to have those, whatever it is, their section of seats, their 500 seats at gazillions of dollars, because they're paying millions of dollars for those commercials. They don't care who shows up. They're going to be there, and they're going to pay that.
Yeah.
It's just like, is the Hall of Fame, which I talked about in the previous episode, the inductees, that comes out that Saturday, is that bigger than the game? Is media day on Tuesday bigger than the game? Is Radio Row for a week of your radio stations all over the country, all over and some international, whether your local team is there or not, is that bigger than the game? On and on and on. Is buying a ticket becoming bigger than attending the game? Is halftime bigger than the game? How many people will watch the Super Bowl just to see the commercials?
Absolutely.
And is that become bigger than the game?
Or even the halftime show. Not to say that this one or even last year's, too many people.
I believe I did an episode on last year's, didn't I? It wasn't very favorable.
Yeah, I'm afraid it might be the same this year.
Who is this halftime this year?
Bad Bunny.
Oh, boy.
And supposedly he's going to wear a dress.
Oh, boy.
Uh-huh. We'll see. We'll see how that plays out.
As I asked this time last year, and I'm gonna refrain till I watch the game.
Yeah.
As I asked this time last year, who makes these decisions?
Yeah.
You got to get hold to NFL headquarters. We need them on this show, Jason.
And you need to work on your Spanish.
Oh, is that what he does?
Yeah.
See, I
can speak English. I think all the songs are in Spanish.
Well, just like the dude that was on there last year, and he meant so much to me. I don't remember his name, but I'd never heard of him.
Yeah.
And I've never heard of Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
And I listen to a lot of music. So these guys, how big of a deal is this from a money standpoint for them to make the game? Because they always throw out there, by making the playoffs, each player is going to make an X amount of dollars for the first game, and then they're going to make this amount of money if they make it to the next level. And now this is what they make for playing in the Super Bowl. And you know how outrageous salaries for professional athletes has gotten to that level. The winning team, $157,000 per player. The losing team makes $82,000 per player. Do you think that there's one player on either one of those teams that $157,000 is going to change their life?
Maybe some of the kickers.
No. A few good kicker?
Did it say good kicker?
Okay. Well, there you go. But I guess there's some rookies making $800,000 a year.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. You're probably not changing too many of the starting.
You're not changing any of those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. They're going to give me $157,000 playing the Super Bowl when he makes $1 million a week during the regular season.
Yeah.
Yeah. That really blows up their skirt, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But, there was a day back in the day when $500 playing Super Bowl one.
Yeah.
Something along those lines. Here's this year's. If you made the wild card and won, it was $46,000. Divisional round and won, $46,000. Conference championship was $69,000. Super Bowl win, $157,000. So there's you roughly $300,000.
Mm-hmm.
That one of those guys that's on the roster from the bottom 10%, bottom 20%. Yeah, they're going to make $300,000. That's right. Your minimum rookie salary right now is $700,000. So $700,000, you can play for a month, make another $300,000. That would help those guys. I can see that.
Go buy them a new Porsche or something.
Oh, well, it'll probably be gone before then.
Yeah.
Okay. I said that wrong a while ago. 1967, the first Super Bowl, the winning team made $15,000.
The winning team?
The winning team made $15,000. Yeah, it doesn't even show.
And split that among the players?
No, that's per player.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yes. Yeah, so the losing team, they don't even mention. Now, $15,000 with inflation today is $140,000, and they're making $157,000. So it's close.
It's on par.
Yeah, it's close. Last year, the Super Bowl, $18 billion in revenue.
$18 billion.
Yeah, that's a lot of zeros and a lot of commas.
Yes.
This year, for a 30-second commercial, Give me your thoughts. How much?
It's been a while, but I know it was $1 million for like 30 seconds, but many years ago. Now I would expect probably about 2.5 million.
7 million.
Not even close.
7 million for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
All right. That's $233,000 a second. You could buy a house every second.
Wow.
That the commercial runs.
Yeah.
$7 million for 30 seconds.
This whole thing is just a cash cow.
NFL is a machine.
Yeah.
As a machine, and there's 32 owners. It is the Billionaire Boys Club at its finest, and we buy it every day. So there you go. All right? There you go. There'll be 120 million people on the average watching the game. All right. I talked about Shawshank Redemption and Forrest Gump when we started here. The Oscars will draw about 18 million.
People still watch the Oscars?
I guess so. I was thinking the same thing whenever I heard that fact about Shawshank Redemption not winning an Oscar. The NBA Finals, 15 million. More people watch the Oscars than the NBA Finals.
That does surprise me.
It does me too. Yeah. There you go. How about that? So they even broke this down. It's about 4 cents a viewer for buying that commercial. So they're only spending 4 cents on you, Jason, for you watching that commercial. Now, see, it's cheap now. If I can pay 4 cents and show you an ad, that is cheap advertising.
For sure.
Yeah. But you got to buy 7 million of them and hope they didn't go for their restroom break or their next cold beverage in that short 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. It sure is. Okay. Here we go. Straight up. No lines, no betting, no nothing. New England Patriots. Seattle Seahawks. Who you like?
I'm going to lean towards the Seahawks. Now, who I want to win, right?
Who do you want to win?
Seahawks.
Okay. So you're going with the Seahawks and you want the Seahawks to win.
I just can't stand the Patriots.
Okay. I'm going with the Seahawks. I want the Seahawks to win, and I can't stand the Patriots either.
Yeah. And a guy named Brady has a lot to do with that.
Well, Brady's a good dude.
Sure he is.
Brady.
Take out Deflate Gate. He's a good dude. By what measure?
Major League Baseball home run hitters. That's the measurement.
There you go.
So, love the New England Patriots football coach.
Bill.
No, Mike Grable.
Don't know. Sorry.
Okay. He played for the Patriots in the early 2000s. He was on those first 3 Super Bowls. And he's taken that team back to the promised land, which is another reason why you can't figure out why the Dallas Cowboys can't do it.
Right.
This man also went to Tennessee half a dozen years ago and took a team that had won less than 4 games and took them to the AFC Championship. Yeah. And got beat by the Patriots, by the way. So there you go. I'm going with the Seahawks. And I would have no problem with Grable winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I'm really kind of tired of seeing Mr. Kraft win the Super Bowl. And here's the deal. Kraft wins another Super Bowl. That's another Super Bowl Jerry's going to have to win before he passes.
I bet you would trade Kraft for Jones.
Shh.
Every day of the week, twice on Sunday?
Let's see, there's 32 teams. That means there's 31 other owners.
Yeah.
I'm going to say I'd take at least 28 of the other owners. There's some crummy ran organizations out there.
Yeah.
But 28 of them would be as good, if not better, than what we have. And here's the big deal. they at least can admit they don't know nothing about what goes on the football field. Now, you want to be in business and make some money? Jerry Jones is your man. You want to run a football team, win Super Bowls? Jerry Jones is not your man.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, everybody knows it, including his wife, but he doesn't.
What did his wife say?
She said he couldn't be satisfied. Remember when we
talk about in the show?
Yeah, in that documentary.
Okay. Yeah.
The night that he came home after him and Jimmy Johnson parted ways.
Yeah.
After winning 2 Super Bowls.
Yep.
You just can't be satisfied. That was her words, and he's the one that told that story. It's got to be about you, man. If I can't get the credit, I don't want to do the deal. Winning is just not enough.
Yeah.
How many ski boats do you need a ski behind, Jason? He hadn't figured it out yet. Once again, you can find us at mx3.vip and on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/@MX3 Podcast. Once again, we need comments. Please go give us some. Tell us who you think is going to win the Super Bowl. Jason and I have given you our picks. And by the way, they are the favorites at the current moment. And they have been rolling. And they have beaten some quality teams. They've beaten, when you're in the same division with the 49ers and the Rams, who have both been to the Super Bowl in the last couple of years, and you swept them this year, had to beat them again in the playoffs, and frankly did it pretty handily. You've got it going on, and you're ready to roll. I think the Patriots are a little bit above a little ahead of the pace of time. Quarterback's young, and probably going to take them back there again sometime soon. I mean, they just played a 10-7 game, and fortunately, Denver's quarterback for them was hurt and didn't get to play because he broke his ankle the week before. So probably would have been a different story if the Denver Broncos had been healthy. So for everyone who's been a part of this show of Money, Motivation, and Mike, please continue to live your life the right way.